Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Oh, keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Papua New Guinea from wherever you are in this globe of ours, 212 countries. If you're joining in from which country you are in right now, me like talk mi hamamas long lukim yupla olgata family blom me long OnPassive. I just said I am so glad to see all of you, my family in OnPassive in our pidgin language. So greetings to every one of you. Thank you. I see a couple of our LC members here. I just want to appreciate all of you. And I also send my greetings and appreciation to all of you who regularly turn up here, my international family. Thank you very much for your support. You give me faith and courage, and you make me, empowered. You empower me to keep on sharing this wonderful business that we have in this part of the world. Thank you very much. And I just want to say in Pidgin to my country folks, all Papua New Guinea line, mi hamamas lo looking all family, all founder blo yumi, mi talk sawatasol, I'm Nancy by nonap stop on TV because me stop on one church program. Na Veronica, I'm all equipment belangam long connect long internet down the click so I'm two by non upload joining with me so all LC member blame me Suzanne sick na I'm non upload joining with me long inside long PNG so me talk you pla joining me around long country you me stop long Ley stop long Hagen stop long Wewak stop long Bougainville East New Britain West New Britain one of my people stop me like talk thank you lo pla so impes na osai all guest lo you nupla time lo you long you come up long this pla meeting OnPassive on pla company IT information technology company so me play bring him this la opportunity come lo you inside long Papua New Guinea this la business me walk long kirap inside long this pla world long 2018 start na ikam na close to time by me pla launching this pla business go along well so you come inside lo this la time right time lo you now you stop lo right place na usat me bring him you come inside lo this la business na you see on lo harem this la presentation business opportunity presentation you got opportunity now long making decision lo you harem want something or me pla share him lo here finish okay bian you can you can scale him now you like join him you can join him mipla yulkim olgata mipla stop lo here mipla joining finish business na mipla stop awesome founder member long this company OnPassive so minon up long holding time to mas by me can be in time long all line blimi planti long all stop abrusim midnight now na no all sleep so mipla holding meeting na
David, you froze up a little bit.
Yeah, I think he lost the connection.
Did he?
Yeah.
And,
there he is.
Questions.
Oh,
and then we can be able to share this wonderful business that we have. Thank you very much. We are privileged to have Suzanne Deveau. Suzanne, am I pronouncing your surname properly?
Yes, just Deveau. Deveau. Thank
Deveau.
you. That's great,
Yeah.
David.
Thank you. And yes, Suzanne's from Canada. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for responding positively to our request to share with us and present the opportunity that we have. It's a wonderful business. And we know that you have a lot of information that you can share with us this afternoon in Papua New Guinea and evening, morning, wherever you are. Thank you. I will pass it on straight to you. You can go ahead and share with us.
Okay. And will I have the ability to share my screen?
Yes, you can. Suzanne.
Okay, I can. Okay, so before I do, I'll just, so you can see my face here before I do that, and I'll just give you a little bit of intro. I live on the west coast of Canada. It's a large island. It's called Vancouver Island. And my husband and I, we own an excavating business, and I've done a lot of networking over the years. And like any business, it has its challenges. In 2020, our expenses were $91,000. Sometimes we have to chase people for money and we don't necessarily get it. And machines can break down in the middle of rainstorms. And it's all dependent on my husband trading time for money. So he has to work in order for us to make money. So, and I do the accounting and help with sales and pick up things. So like anyone having their own business, it can have a lot of challenges. So I've always been looking for something to supplement. And over the years, I've made a little extra money here and there, but it was always about, you know, if it was network marketing, it was always about, oh, you need to talk to people and they need to do something. And I just felt like if I was outgoing and I struggled, how could I look at my friend and say, you can do it, when in my heart, I knew it was difficult to do. So Sharon, my very good friend out of the UK, she was selling a few years previous, selling software to large corporations. And she understood software, and she heard about Ash back in 2018. So she told me about it in the fall of 2018. And I looked at it. I got involved in July, but in November, the light went on. In 2020, I got involved. So here we are. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go through the slides. I'm going to give you an idea of what's going on here. Just give me a sec. Okay, can everyone see my screen okay?
Perfect.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Perfect.
So again, my name is Suzanne Deveau. This is the overview of the artificial intelligence information technology company called OnPassive. Has the last 16 months made you look at things differently? For many of us, it has. Some people, their life didn't change much, but most people, it did change. People are struggling everywhere in the world for one reason or another. And what is the ideal life? Is it time freedom, financial freedom, follow your passion, helping others, or a legacy fund, so that when we do leave this earth, we can help the ones we love? The OnPassive business model. I'm going to go through these 5 points. And what's interesting is that for the people that we are showing, the people that are going to use the OnPassive business model, they're going to have access to number 1 to number 4. However, if you are looking at OnPassive before we go live to the world, you will also have access to number 5. So let me explain. Number 1 is tools. Over 50 online tools, all powered by artificial intelligence. When I say 50, Ash has a target of, well, we may not start exactly with 50, but it's just going to be added on and on and on. So I'm just telling you 50 today, but we may start with 12 or 15, but he will always be adding more and more tools. And all these tools will help you run your company. So a lot of people with companies in the world are going to want to use these products, and they'll all be powered by artificial intelligence. And they'll work together, which is really great. Number 2 is traffic, which is really customers. So highly targeted traffic to generate a stream of customers on autopilot. So if I have a business, I can actually get the customers that I want. If I own a bakery in a small town, then I'd want people in that small town to see my website about my bakery. So it really depends what you are selling, what your business is about, and OnPassive will send you the customers that really work with your business. Number 3, reduce cost. One supplier saving money. Instead of having a whole bunch of different businesses to work with, we have one company, and that saves a lot of money. Number 4 is simplifying processes. We're all looking for a way to make our lives easier. So with one email and one password, I really look forward to that. So number 1 to number 4 is what we're offering the world. We're offering them all the products they could ever need, all the customers they would need, saving money, saving time. Now, if you are here today, you are really, really fortunate because before we launch to the world, number 5 is available, and that would be for founders only, and it's considered passive income. The founders will generate a passive income every day of the year. Okay, let me continue on here. Why OnPassive? We are currently assessed at a $10 billion company, and we have not even gone live yet. Number 2, for business owners, you'll get all the tools, geo-targeted traffic to the website of your choice, and you'll share in the company profits. Number 3, you have no business. Perfect. Just use the products or the traffic or nothing at all and still share in the company profits. Number 4, there is no selling required. You never have to sell or share OnPassive with anyone ever. This is not MLM or network marketing. Every single founder will be successful. The company has set it up that way. And if we choose to share, it just means that we will be more successful quicker, but it does not mean that if we choose to be a founder, we are in no way obligated to share it. These are just some of the products that are going to be coming out in OnPassive, and I'll just briefly go through a couple of them. Well, I'll go through the list, but I won't spend too much time, and I'll tell you why later. But on the top left, we have Academy. Academy is a way to learn online, and it's a huge industry, and we will be able to learn in 108 different languages, and there'll be something called attention detection. So when people are looking at the online learning, if Johnny's looking and he's not paying attention, as a course creator, I'll be able to tell that and either, say to Johnny, look, you're not paying attention, or Johnny, we're going to have to change the material so it's more interesting for you. So that's going to be great. Mail is going to be an email program, but let's just say that I wanted to send David an email so that when he wakes up in the morning at 9 o'clock, the email comes to his mail in his mailbox at 9:05. I'll be able to schedule the email for that time. The next one is Post. So that's when we want to send 500 emails to 500 people at the same time. The next one, Capture, Create, and Dit are all about manipulating pictures and videos for websites or for documents. The next one on the bottom left is called Virtual. If we wanted to be private, or if we have some staff working at home and we don't want their computer compromised, so they can use a virtual private network. The next one is Bless. Bless is basically raising money for charities, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Connect is just like Zoom. We're using Zoom right now, but Zoom has its limitations, and the more people that we add, the more expensive it can be. So Connect is going to eliminate those problems. And again, we'll be able to communicate in 108 languages. It is going to be fantastic. The next one is Wallet. A lot of companies are tired of using cash and checks that slow the process down. So Wallet is a product that we will use in OnPassive, but we will also companies are going to want to use Wallet because it will be able to use for digital payments into our bank account and also into cryptocurrency and crypto wallets as well. Next, on the top of the third column is Shop. And in Canada and the United States, we have something called Vistaprint. And you can basically order anything. You can order business cards, magnets for your card, cups, and all kinds of things. And they print your logo on it. So Shop is going to be like that, but even better. And Accounting. Every single business needs an accounting program software. And in Canada, we use ones that are called Sage, QuickBooks, and FreshBooks. And so accounting program is really going to serve a lot of companies all over the world. The next one is Net. And Ash took all the best of all the social media, put it all into one beautiful social media network called Net. We can't wait for that. The next one, Chat. basically a web chat engine to improve every customer interaction. Lead is a way to communicate to all your contacts. And staff, you can have one staff up to 1 million. Trim is a way to shorten what we type in the computer when we type in websites. Tracker is a way for us to be able to track someone. So for example, you may join OnPassive and you will be given a link, and you may give that link out to a friend and say, hey, why don't you come and join the free ONet or a free OMail? And if they come in through your link and later on down the road they decide to purchase something, the commission will always be tracked to you. So it's a really powerful way for us individually, and as the company grows, it's a really good tool to help OnPassive grow. The next one is Peer. It's an internal communication tool to help people with sensitive information. Maybe they're doctors, or maybe they have special patents that they want to keep really secure in the internet. And the next one is Domain. So think of think of HostGator and GoDaddy, a place to do web and web hosting and such. So a lot of products, and there's a lot more coming. And just want to give you a taste of what's to come. The next one is Bless. Basically, Bless is crowdfunding or startup. 100% goes to causes. It's proven scientifically in our DNA that the power of giving is 10 times more rewarding and fulfilling than receiving and taking. Ash Mafara. Thank you, whoever muted them. And Ash is such an incredible human being. Women, we strongly believe that this organization will empower not just women, but their daughters as well, creating ripples that spell progress, not just for today, but for future generations as well. So Ash started this association. It's not a product, but it's an association to really empower women all over the world. And that will explode the company as well. These are the flagship products. And as we talked about Connect and Academy and ONet, these products, one product alone can help the company really grow fast. So having these three, but never mind all the other products as well. So we're really excited about what's going to happen. These are many competitors that are in the world today, and they offer many products. Some of them we use today, but I'll draw your attention to ClickFunnels on the left. ClickFunnels is a way to draw customers. If you've ever been on Facebook and you see an ad, and all of a sudden you click on it, the next thing you know, you're buying a product. Those are funnels. We call them funnels. Well, ClickFunnels, they sell products from $97 to $2,400 a month. And when you make something in ClickFunnels and you want to leave, you cannot take the product with you. So we're going to compete with a lot of these companies, and we're very confident that we will do really well and we'll take some of their customers. Absolutely. The target market, this is just some of the products that we have, and it's a $450 billion market. When you look at online education, $250 billion, domain and web hosting, $53 billion, digital payments, $79 billion, and traffic, $30 billion. There's many more products that were not mentioned here, but it just gives you a taste of how big OnPassive really is. Marketing campaigns. Ash Mafar, our CEO, shared the results of one marketing campaign that was done in 4 days, attracting 1 million people without using AI. So he basically used one of his traffic sources, and he went out to the world and said, would you like 50 products that do everything for you to run your business, help you get traffic, and maybe we'll charge you $250 a month. Well, 1 million people raised their hand, and they said, yes, we're really interested. So it's pretty amazing. So Ash has been launching numerous campaigns, getting ready to launch OnPassive to the world. And I'm just guessing, but maybe he has millions tucked away. We don't know, but we know that he's been working towards going live to the world, and we know he's very capable. This is onpassive.com, and it's a great site. It's our corporate site, and you can go there and read all about specifics about all the products, you can go to the FAQ questions, and I strongly suggest you go there, read every single page, read as much as you can to understand the magnitude of the products. This is a site that Sharon and I created. It's called OP Top Team. OP stands for OnPassive. So optopteam.com. It's our team site, but we want anyone in the world to use it. And on this page, you will find the most current presentation that I do, and also some really good videos from Michael Williams. There's another video below that's animated by Paul Brown, and also this video here that's done by Ash. And it's talking about the complete digital solution, the automated artificial intelligence, the targeted traffic, the money for everyone. It's 27 minutes. It really tells you everything about the integrity in Ash. It's wonderful. So we welcome you to use that page. It's a great way to share OnPassive, and you're more than welcome to use OP Top Team. Oh, carrying on. And this is Ash Mafara. He is an innovative entrepreneur with a strategic business acumen, master's degree in IT and e-commerce at MIT, and additional courses at Harvard. And he understands trends in automation. And he's a humanitarian with the goal to help 1 million plus families worldwide. Well, the key facts. We're a global company today of over 920,000 people, just like you and I. We heard about OnPassive from a friend, or maybe it was online. And just like everyone that were on this call, we're curious. So we looked into it and we decided that we would join OnPassive for $97. So no one has ever done what OnPassive is doing. We're creating automated passive income online for anyone in the world. Currently, there's 4.8 billion internet users. The goal the first year is 100 million users, and many experts feel that that's very achievable. We have the ability to pass your business on to future generations. I don't have children, but there's a lot of people I could pass my business on to. And we're licensed to operate in over 190 plus countries at the gold standard, meaning we're not going to just wait and see if they like it. Ash has gone to those countries and made sure that they know what we're doing so that we're accepted with open arms. We have our head office in Orlando, 2 offices in Hyderabad, India, and more offices planned all around the world. We currently have 800 staff, hiring another 200 as we speak. We have the best people in the world wanting to work for us, and we have our choice of graduates that are excited to work for OnPassive. Data security. At no point will any data generated on the platform be shared, sold, or monetized. OnPassive uses AI, machine learning, and data analytics to derive data insights, ensuring data privacy across the value chain and platform. The founder position is the best choice. Let me explain. A founder is someone who joins before launch to the world and pays the founder fee. Upon launch, they will automatically become a customer and a reseller, but they never have to sell anything. A customer is the general public that buy one or many products, but not the full suite. A reseller is a customer who buys the full suite of products and services. They receive highly targeted traffic, and they have a reseller license. There are millions of people in the world that sell for companies. Amazon made 40,000 millionaires, people that sell for Amazon. We expect to attract many, many resellers because they will make the most money of their career by selling OnPassive to the world. But no matter what, the best position is a founder. This next slide is really important. It's the timeline. Today, you can join as a founder for $97 US. And a lot of people will pay the $5 fee to use their credit card. And here in Canada, we find it's the best, quickest, easiest way. But there are other choices. And soon, we hope, we're all crossing our fingers, it's soon, we're going to head into what they call the VIP launch. The founder position may or may not increase, we're not sure, and we will have the ability to beta test products. And Ash has told us that there will be products being launched during that time, so we're getting excited for that. Within a 2-week period to a 90-day period, the global launch will launch. That is when every single founder will pay an initial activation fee, approximately $250 US, and the founder position is closed forever. Founders only pay once to join and 1 activation fee. You can buy as many founder positions as you like. Some buy 1, some buy many. Some companies are coming and buying, 200 positions, but 1 position is all you need to do well in non-passive. I'm just going to stay silent for a few seconds here so that you can really understand this slide. Okay, I'm going to carry on. This slide, Sharon and I put together, and I just love it because visually it puts it all into perspective. We have proprietary, patented superior products in high demand, automated marketing to a potential 4.8 billion users, automated, 100% passive. Number 3 is 100 million potential customers in the first year. And number 4, generate an automated passive income for OnPassive founders. So we are very excited. So lock in your founder position today. We are a correction to the corruption, a movement towards a better world for everyone. Every single founder will be successful. Please get back to the person who shared this with you and make sure to click the correct link. Make sure that it's the person that you are invited by and that it's your friend. You do not want to join with the wrong link. So grab a slice of paradise as soon as you can. And here I am again. If you want to, David, if you want to come back on and ask me any questions, or someone else, maybe we want to hand it over to Hector, whatever you'd like to do.
Thank you very much, Suzanne.
Good. I tried to go a bit slower because of the languages. I want to make sure people understand.
Yes, it's
Fantastic
very
job,
well
Suzanne. Fantastic.
presented, very well designed.
Thank you.
And I think it's one of the best presentations I've seen so far.
Oh,
Thank you for it.
sweet.
Thank you for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
It's
so
an honor.
much.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, if we can get Hector to come in and talk, and then after that we can open up the floor and we can ask questions by our guests who are here this afternoon. Thank you, Suzanne. If Hector is there, if he's okay to talk, then he can come on and talk.
Hello.
Hector, you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you, David.
Hi.
Nice to see you. I got to give kudos on the celebration that I was on that the other day, and it was just mind blowing to me. It was really, really nice. I just want to go through a few things, and just I'm so grateful that I am a founder, and I'll give you the short version, and then I'll give you some comments about why I think this is so fantastic and why I'm involved, and just what's coming and what every founder needs to do. So basically, it's very simple. Many of you got invited to OnPassive the same way as I did. Mine was a little bit more direct. It was a really good friend of mine. He called me up. I hadn't talked to him for 2-3 years, and he said, "I'm sending you something. You're going to look at it, and you're going to call me tomorrow." And I started laughing at him. And I said, "No, I'm not. I'm busy. What is going on?" So then he just said, "Listen, who's your friend? You are." So anyway, he just said, "Just shut up and do it." So I did it. And the next day, well, actually, I saw the information he sent me, and I was just astounded because I was thinking, I don't like all these different things that I have to pay for. Like, and it gets it to be expensive. So one guy come up with this, and he's going to put all of this in one place, and it's to be a part of this is this much, $97. So I just did it, but I still wasn't exactly sure about, I wanted to know. So my advice to everybody who's a new founder, get in the back office once you are a founder, watch every video you can get your hands on. Especially what I did is I searched out and I went to webinars all over the world and I just listened. I got the links from the back office and I just went and I listened to them. And the message was the same all the way through. That's the most important thing. And I listened to Ash many, many times. Matter of fact, whenever Ash speaks, I rewatch that video at least 5 or 6 times because I always get something new from it every single time. The mind can't get it all in one shot. You need to let it sink in and you need to watch it again. So in my case, I've got 5 daughters and I got them positions as well. I phoned my brother. He said, "What do you think?" He says, "But what do you think?" And I said, "This is it." He goes, "Okay, just do it. Just get one for me and get one for the 2 girls, my nieces." And a year ago, just before COVID-19 hit, we were starting a project and we were in the Middle East. And then we got, that's it. It's over. You're not coming here until COVID's over and all that. So basically, I've been doing whatever it takes for the last year and a half or whatever back in Canada to make everything run smoothly. But the companies that I talked to, and as soon as I got done my due diligence, I can't sleep anymore. Like, I honestly can't sleep. I get calls in the middle of the night. I'll answer anybody's call in any time zone, anywhere, because it's important that they know what this is. So these companies, I exposed it to a few of them, and these guys spend a lot of money. Like, when you have 7 to 10, 15,000 engineers and they all communicate on Zoom, they're spending 70 to 150,000 a month just on their Zoom bill. And then you look at the human resources management software that they use, and these guys, that's how many employees. Then you've got all the accounting. So in between all of that, these companies, and I know the guys who own them and I know the guys who manage them, and I told them, I said, you can have all of that and you'll pay one price. And they said, that's just not, it can't be done. I said, it's already done. I said, it's going to be launched to the world soon. So, and they said, well, when it is, let us know, because we can trim off 30, 40% of our operating costs if we could have just the one product, just one O Connect would save them unbelievable amounts of money. So we look small to small business, we look to individuals, and we look to corporations. Believe me, when this thing goes live, the world will never be the same again. And I hope everybody really feels that, because I do. Now, some of the things I have to say this before I get too carried away, because I don't have much time and I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm just grateful that you allowed me to talk here. I have some thank yous, especially when I first got involved. I watched Ash. That was number 1. Then I went to webinars. Then there's Michael Williams, and Frank Servideo introduced it to my friend Fred Everts, who introduced it to me. Otherwise, I would never know about this. So Red Redfern and Marty and Mike Ellis, Dr. Bill, Marina Favret, Charles Osong, Julie Milo, and a lot of people that are on this call, David BAKAU. I was, yesterday morning, I drove 2,200 kilometers since yesterday morning at 6 until tonight at 8. And then I jumped on here so that I could be with you nice people, because as far as I'm concerned, this is the best thing I can be doing. Now, one thing I want to make very clear, and I'm a little bit gruff sometimes, but I don't mean to be. I got to tell the way it is. If you're a founder, it's your responsibility to show the people that you're showing it to and who become founders how to navigate the back office, answer questions. The Leadership Council is, I mean, they do one heck of a job for all of us all around the world. And I've been on a few Q&As, and you know, it's the founder's responsibility to teach them the basic questions. They don't, the Leadership Council doesn't need to hear the same questions 5, 6 times, 8 times. It's just a waste of time. So I'm a little bit brash, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but really, as founders, we care about people. If we care about the person we're sharing with, then take the time to show them the basics. And then once they get involved with the videos and they go to some webinars, the light bulb will come on, and then they won't sleep. And then you'll have a different problem. Then they'll be phoning you going, hey, you're, what are you doing? I can't sleep. What the heck's wrong with you? So in a nutshell, I think that's pretty much covers everything. I won't get into anything about the call that was on Thursday, other than to say, every time I hear Ash, I listen to Ash. And anytime you see negativity, blow it off. If somebody says anything negative to you about OnPassive, blow them off. Either answer their question or blow them off. But we have zero time for negativity. I don't even permit it in my life. Yes, life throws me curveballs and situations, but I handle it and then I move on. So again, thank you very much to the people who invited me. Everybody on this call is a success story. And when it launches, I can't wait to come and visit all these people around the world that I met. I met so many nice people, and everybody's got the same thing. We all want to make the world better. So let's get on with it, and don't be impatient. Don't complain. Be grateful, because when it launches, this is a joke, but it's probably true. I tell people, go to the race car shop, buy a 5-point harness, and strap yourself into your lazy boy chair, because you're going to need it. Because when it launches, it's going to catapult your life into, and the world really, because this has never ever been done before. No one that I know of, and I'm 58 years old, and I've been in business a long time and met a lot of CEOs and a lot of people with a lot of money. They don't share. Ash Mufara is one of the nicest people that I've ever listened to. I've never met him in person. One day I hope to, but I can tell you, you're in the right place and you should be just thankful. And if things get tough, just make it work. Make it work, because pretty soon you won't have to worry about those things. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you very much, Charles. Suzanne, you did a great presentation. Thanks. And Chris, thanks a lot for everything, and Marty. And I'll just leave it over to whoever's next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hector. Thank you for your word. Thank you very much. Yes. We will not entertain any naysayers. We always focused on what we are trying to deliver. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll leave the floor open. Whoever wants to share or ask any questions. We have Suzanne. Suzanne's just done a wonderful presentation. So she has constructed the presentation that is quite different, and she's basically put in more information there that we can be able to glean from and try to digest. And if you who are guests on this webinar, or you plan guest on webinar, you plan got clue or idea, please time lo long ask him question now. All Papua New Guinea, you may stop long this webinar. Suppose you panim hardly you understand, because IT business, you no can worry. No can worry, because this business you not making one work company by working more work for you. So now by me start long ask him question, you can ask him question, you can me plug and answer him lo you. Ika tol man start lo here Mary working presentation and yet can answer him some question. Thank you, Mike. Engineer Mike, you can go ahead and unmute and speak.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you again for coming to Papua New Guinea. Suzanne, merci pour les informations que vous avez Jose avec nous ce soir. Thank you very much. So again, good evening to everybody, the Leadership Council members present here. I just want our Leadership Council member, Mike Ellis, to help us with one concept. There was a concept that Suzanne brought up, and that concept is very important for every guest that is here tonight. And what is the concept? It's about the multiple account. Suzanne told us that you can be a member of OnPassive, and as well, you can have multiple accounts. So I just wanted our Leadership Council member, Mike Ellis, to give us more light on that for the people who are listening to us, the guests, so that they can understand what that's all about. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can try and tackle that. And I'm sure some other people will have some things to say about it. Multiple accounts with OnPassive, what they do is they cut timeframes. They give you the ability to get to that place where you're taking care of your financial needs quicker than if you just had one account. And all the accounts that you have, they work the same way. OnPassive will come in, they'll go to work for you, they'll drive traffic, they'll bring customers in, and you will make money with each account that you have, i.e. you'll cut time frames. But you really have to understand with OnPassive and the genius behind OnPassive that you don't need multiple accounts. Now, if you can afford multiple accounts, God bless you. That's a terrific thing. But you don't need multiple accounts to do very, very well on OnPassive. And when I say that, I mean, get to that place where you don't worry about finances anymore. So if you have the funds available, and you have to remember when you have multiple accounts, as we launch to the world, you have to pay that subscription fee, whatever it is. It's going to be between $200 and $300, and you have to do that with each account. So you have to calculate that into your calculus as far as multiple accounts go, and you have to make sure you can afford them. But again, most individuals in OnPassive, they will have one account, and one account is more than enough to get you to that place where you don't worry about finances, and that's where we all want to be. I mean, initially, that's where we all want to be. We all want to get to that place where money is just not an issue anymore. And that's how OnPassive was structured, put together. And that's Ash Mufara's goal with the founding members of OnPassive, to make sure we all get there. And over time, we will. If you have multiple accounts, you're going to get there a little quicker. That's a good thing too. But again, you have to be able to afford it. Hopefully that made sense.
Yes, very much, Mike. Thank you. I just wanted the audience and the guests to understand what that was all about. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you, Engineer Mike, and thank you, Mike Ellis, my brother. I'll just translate into Pidgin what you just said, so at least our Pidgin speakers can be able to grasp what we are talking about in terms of multiple accounts. Yumi all Papua New Guinea. Okay, one of something Mike Ellis emi tok lang because lo presentation belong Suzanne emi come up in this la tok belong online you got plenty account. Okay, time you join or some founder belong OnPassive, you can buy one pla account cost belong long US dollar $97. Long PNG kina you misan up close to some 390 kina na 400 kina mosem position you buy mosem founder block OnPassive. All right, suppose you come inside now, you got big plus dream man, you got big plus goal, or one plus something you like come up in the life blow you. That's why you look mosem you say time you got business, you got one plus business and money lo one plus business and say come lo one plus rotasol. So you try lo kirap him 2 pla or 3 pla or 4 pla business na all selalu business all work one time by bungi money na enough lo come up in this la dreaman blow you like building tripla house or you like working one pla big pla project as all money come lo one pla road pla business and by lick and by taking you long pla time lick na you wait him 2 years 3 years 4 years kind of same. But suppose you like short him this la time blow you long come up in this la dreaman blow you some lo one pla project you like working one pla big pla mansion or resort na you look lo plenty way long come up in money long founder position, you can buy 2 pla or 3 pla or 4 pla. Okay. Inside long on passive Mike talk lang amya. You no need him plenty account. 1 pla account tasol on passive and by enough long. Come up him this la dreaman blow you. Tasol. Suppose you like come up him this la dreaman blow you, hurry up. Instead lo you wait 5 years. Now you like him lo 2 years tasol. And now you can kiss him 2 pla or 3 pla or 4 pla account. Time you open the same now, this la money belong all gata come long 1 pla. All time only bungim na come inside 4 pla account blow you walk. And by this la dream and blue, you buy come up in 5 years, by you short him come inside some 2 years time. And now you can look at him. And this la road multiple accounts here. You got plenty account. And by in up him dream and blue lo short pla time, by in up lo wait lo long pla time. And Mike me explain him lo side lo English and me talk lo la. So lo founder you me come up founder amino tambu. You know tambu or sem, but you can come up 1 pla position. So you can buy 2 pla or 3 pla or 4 pla. I'm like blue tasol. Tasol time me pla come long activating account now. All gata this la account you got. And you me by activate. By me pay him this la activation fee. I'm namelo 200, you go $300. Inside lo kina blue you me and buy one kind of same 800 kina or 1,200 kina. Or same na. You yet you scale him. Suppose you got enough money. And now you can kiss him 2 pla or 3 pla account. Because time you me come long side blow activation. By you buy him all get a 1 slot account there, you must activate. You must same. Suppose you got 4 pla account by 4 times 800 kina kind of same. So M stop lo side blue lo money. All right, but you know got tambu lo you. You know got tambu lo you like got 1 pla account or solo, you got plenty account. So M the slam explanation and Mike can me give him. So thank you. I just translated it in pidgin for people to understand it. Thank you.
You know, David, I actually followed that presentation and I think you said it better than I could. Very good.
You must have understood pidgin.
I followed it pretty well. It shows that language really isn't a barrier.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. I saw Joanne. Joanne had a hand up. If she had a question or something to say, she must have gone off. Okay. Is there anybody else who would like to raise a question or make a statement? Please go ahead, raise your hand and unmute yourself and speak. But Suzanne presented a very, very good presentation here.
David, you're making me blush.
No, that's true. I'm not joking. That's true.
Oh, you're sweet.
That's the layout of the presentation is very good.
Mm.
Come on, Marty,
Marty's
my
got his
brother.
hand up. Marty.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Suzanne, great job. I knew you would anyway, but great job. Absolutely. And one thing I'd like to say that I'm not sure if anybody knows is the meeting on Thursday. It was posted in the back office under recordings. I know a lot of times it doesn't go there, but that was one of the best meetings that I've been in since I've been in OnPassive. And I asked to put, if the staff could put it in, because I didn't want any links from Facebook, YouTube involved. So it is there if anybody wants to look at it. But it was, yeah, it was very, very good, Suzanne. I really enjoyed that. Everybody does it a little different. Absolutely. Some people don't use slides, some do, some say, but it was very good. Very good. And if anybody didn't look at Thursday's webinar, you need to do it. You need to see what was said. And if you really listen, and thank God, nobody was on the panel. He was on his own. He could concentrate. He wanted to say what he wanted to say. He didn't have to worry about questions and, 1,000 people saying they love him. But he did it. And it was, it's massive. I got to see a picture of the car they bought for OnPassive, so you can travel 10,000 miles. Looks like the beast that the president drives in. But
Wow.
no, he's very excited. He's going to travel everywhere in the U.S. and then he's going overseas, I believe. But he's very excited. Keep in mind, there's big things we don't know. So if you just wrap around your head around what we do now, that's already going to make you not be able to sleep. Hector, you know what I'm talking about. But the things we don't know are just as big, if not bigger. You can see Ash, he wants to say more, but he can't. He just can't. He is constantly fighting the guy on the left shoulder and the guy on the right. Say it, Ash, say it, Ash. And the other side's going, shut up, Ash, don't say it. So, but he told me one of the biggest headaches he has now is not the putting together of the tools, not the putting together. He's got through a lot of that. Okay, you know the problems he had because he said it. It's founders, and it's founders saying the wrong thing, deliberately or not deliberate by accident. If you're not sure of something, it doesn't hurt to say, I believe it's this, but I'm not 100% sure, because the company's very liquid right now. Things can change. I know people think about dates and all that. I've done projects all over the world for the company I work for, and there's always things involved outside of your control. And as big as this company is, and anybody that's been in business, and I mean, even a big business, not this big, this is huge. There will never be another business like this in our lifetime. It's so big, but when you're dealing with other countries and you got paperwork, you got lawyers, you got laws, they don't care what your time frame is, right? You send something to a lawyer or a government, and they're going to let you know when they can let you know. So you're kind of under the mercy of a lot of outside sources, even though it's all in-house tools. You're still dealing with people in laws and lawyers and stuff like that. But nobody wants it to launch quicker than he does. Obviously, he's hemorrhaging money for the last 3 years. And trust me, he doesn't spare any money. He's told me some of the stuff. He would set up a guideline for somebody. I want this done. How much time do you need? They say 2 months. How many people? 200. I'll give you 4 months and 800 people, whatever. He always doubles it and gives them more time. The one thing he will not compromise on is the quality, ever. And if you ever hear Ash, he hardly ever talks about money. He talks about value. Value will set us free, because I'm telling you, we marketed. I know people that have marketed. Tony helped. I mean, there's people that spend $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a month on marketing alone, hoping you get a sale. Hoping you get a sale. There's going to be a lot of outside companies that comes on passive just for the marketing. They're going to put their businesses online. They're going to put their businesses in e-commerce and the other. I mean, it's never one. We will be the hunted. And somebody asked me, I don't understand when Ash says that, what it means. Here's what it means. Facebook does not advertise. Why? They have 2 billion accounts. Yes, some of them are double, but let's assume they have 1 billion people. They are the consumer. People go to them to get customers to buy things. That's how they make their money. That curve will change, and one day we will be the hunted, where the big companies come in and say, I'm selling sneakers, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, and they're going to do it through OnPassive, which is a big deal, big deal. You'll have the company ask you, hey, do you care if they put a Nike ad on your website? Yeah, go ahead. It could mean thousands a month. It could mean absolutely unbelievable amount of money. I mean, people don't realize how big and how much leveraging this could turn into. You figure 50 products at 1 million people, that's 50 million websites all over the universe.
Wow.
And it's targeted.
Wow.
So somebody says, I want this. Let me give you an example. Google, I had many Google accounts and paid them to advertise. Google doesn't care if a 2-year-old clicks the button, you got to pay. You go to that yellow ad, you click it, somebody is paying that click, even if you don't care. Targeted traffic, you're selling a lemon, you get a lemon. You're selling a refrigerator, they show you refrigerators. Regular traffic, it's what you get. Hey, you get 500 clicks, $500, you got it. 499 of them could be trash. And the one thing about targeted traffic, once a guy looks at it, says, I want a refrigerator, everywhere he goes, there'll be a reminder of a refrigerator. Hey, did you remember the refrigerator? Do you remember? And Ash isn't into bash marketing. Bash marketing means put the competitor down to make you look better. He's going to show them, you can have this with this for this price. And you know, because of value, it's 100 or 1,000 times more valuable for the dollar than what you can get anywhere else. There is no competition. People got to run. Somebody said, well, what about the competition? What competition? The Zoom we're on right now is $8,000 a month. 8,000. One product. It says it holds 20,000 people. Guess what? We hit 10,000 and people get kicked off the whole time. I don't think it can hold 20. They don't mind selling it for 20, but it won't hold 20. Are they going to upgrade it and do all kinds of stuff to make it better? No, because they don't have to. There's no competition. There's going to be, and thank God they're arrogant. They don't know what's coming in the rearview mirror. But all that stuff, Ash looked at and said, I want the best. And he wants to build it under the curtain. So when he unveils it, we're not walking into the ring as a 10th contender. We're walking in the ring as Mike Tyson. So nobody's going to push you aside. They're going to go, holy cow. We have to either deal with them or take the damage. So I think it's a lot thought into it to get to this level. And I know people want to push it and people, oh, we got to go fast. I had a guy say, does Ash know he could do 2 products and do? Yeah, he knows it. Well, why don't he just do 1? Well, then it wouldn't be OnPassive. It's a freak. I mean, why would you do 1? I mean, they're all interlinked. They all work together. So we gotta wait. And if you have trouble waiting and you're just so overwhelmed, get your 97 back. Buy a couple of groceries, a 6-pack, and watch reruns. I mean, 97, what do we really expect? We're not owed anything. 97, come on. And you got a McDonald's franchise for a total of a whopping $400, guaranteed to succeed. McDonald's franchise, $500,000 to get on the list and $1 million to get the franchise. And in 5 years, you might make some money. Come on. We fell into gold. But share it, like Hector said, give them the truth. There are too many people in this company that don't have a freaking clue. They don't have a clue where they're at, when they're at, how they get somewhere, what to look for. And if you got a team and it's not growing, it's because the light bulb didn't go off. Light bulb goes off and you can't shut them up. Trust me. Just get them tied in. If they really see it, you'll know. I've seen people get in a year later, they come to me and go, Marty, you're not going to believe how big this is. I go, yeah, I know. And they were in for a year, but they just never, the bell didn't go off. You can't make that happen, but get people plugged in and your team will grow. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. They won't shut up. You can't. Anyway, that's all I got. I forgot what I was talking about anyway.
Hey, thank you, Marty. Yes, you know, you've said it so well. We couldn't sleep. Like when I joined, and then, you know, when the light bulbs went off, there's no sleeping for me. It just took me about 48 hours. I just needed to stay up and continue to share the business because I can see the power in it. It's going to transform lives. And now we have about 6,000 under OnPassive Nation PNG. We just crossed the number in 6,000, but overall in Papua New Guinea we have about 7,000 plus. So our people are sharing, our leaders are sharing. Unfortunately, I don't have Nancy and Vero here tonight because Nancy's got a church program and she couldn't attend, so she apologized. And Veronica has both of her gadgets, the phone and the laptop crashed, so she couldn't join us on the webinar. She's probably listening somewhere. So anyway, they sent their apologies in, but nonetheless, we just need to get this this business going and continue to share the love and the compassion that our CEO has sort of transmitted into all of us here in this platform. Yeah, initially Joanna Kiteka was on, but I think she got off. So Tony, you're next, and then we have Suzanne and William and Kevin. Go ahead, Tony.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. And by the way, happy Independence Day. I was there behind the scenes looking, watching the whole thing. It was fantastic. And Papua New Guinea was independence from who? Was it England?
From Australia.
Australia. Okay.
Australia was our administrator at the time, and then they gave us independence. We are proud that it was a smooth transition. We didn't go into war. We didn't have to shed blood. We honored Australia and we lowered their flag gently and we passed it on back to them and we raised our own flag.
Nice. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful story. And Suzanne, that presentation was beautifully articulated. Very well done. I really enjoyed that. It's one of the best I've heard. And I've heard a lot of them. I'm sure most of you already know me, and Marty was right. I mean, talking about a couple of things here. One thing that came to mind is that we have to understand as founding members that we are absolutely entitled to absolutely nothing in this company, okay? Because for the peanuts that we've paid to be here, we're you know, I mean, it's pretty much a free. It's a free business. I mean, we've been given a free opportunity, you know, to make a lot of money. I've made a lot of money in the past, and I keep, you know, going back to that because I know what it was like back in the .com era, back in the 90s. Did quite well. I was a care worker for the mentally handicapped first. And then I got into an MLM business and built a pretty good team, pretty good sized team. And then I got into trading, some complicated trading called options trading, and got into credit spreads and vertical spreads and so on. And they were pretty good. It was a pretty good way of trading. And what it did is it was pretty much what we have here, which is an automated system. You would put on the trades and you wouldn't look at it very often. Every day you'd look at it for maybe 5 minutes. If you had to adjust it, you would, but most of the time I didn't. And you'd make anywhere between, I was making anywhere between 10 and 12% per month. So when you trade for yourself, you do quite well. So it was over 100% a year. And I did very well for the past few years, enjoyed traveling for 10 years. And in 2008, I pretty much lost everything to stupid investments. I stopped trading and I just gave my money to these money managers, Wall Street money managers. And we all know what happened in 2008 and 2009. So pretty much everything went down the toilet, and I went back to work after a year of being depressed, back into nursing. I had my nursing degree since 1993. So I'm an RN. And I retired in April and decided to go back to work again. I got so bored. I just can't stay still. I'm always moving around, and I love helping people. And I was coming on the webinars quite often to help out as much as I could, but I just needed to get out of the house and go back to the field I really enjoy. And that's working with people who have developmental disabilities. I love them with all my heart. They're kids. I've got 2 of them that I look after in the group home, and one is 35 and he has the mentality of a 2-year-old, so he's still wearing diapers, and he's nonverbal. And then the female has the mentality of a 4-year-old, and she's 52, I think. So it's a pleasure working with the two of them. I just love the work. I deal with the medications, and what I don't like about the business is the bureaucracy. But every now and again, I try my best to pop on here and to be on the webinars because I enjoy this. You know, we have our quarrels every now and again. Some people, you know, have something against somebody else or whatever. But isn't that family? I mean, that's what family is all about. Everybody's always against each other about something, or they don't agree with something or whatever, right? But that's just the way it is. But it's always nice to get on here and see so many familiar faces. And yeah, like Marty said back then, you know, I used to spend anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000 a month. But you have to remember, I made quite a bit of money too. So I knew what it was like to live a very nice lifestyle. And what we have here with OnPassive is huge, huge leverage for the amount that we pay. I mean, we're paying peanuts here for the leverage that we're going to get. The leverage that we have here is exactly the same leverage I had when I was paying those large amounts. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people. There's a couple of people as founding members that I know that pay that kind of money every month. And it's a lot of money, but of course you have to remember they also make a lot of money as well. But yeah, here with OnPassive, we've got everything set up for us. You know, it's an automated system. There's really nothing to do. All you need to do is just stay engaged and get inspired and help each other out and just be here for everybody else. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm just babbling on now, David. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony. Suzanne?
Okay,
Yes,
thank
go
you.
ahead.
Thank you, Tony. And he's not far from me, so we'll get together for a coffee for sure. Couple things that came to mind. I just wanted to, I don't know if you guys saw, Michael Williams posted a letter that was, it was a couple of years ago. It was talking about the timing of all the different companies. And so what I did is I made a slide presentation, and it's basically, I took the 5 companies, Google, Facebook, Apple, and whatever. Anyway, the big ones. And what was in, and I made a video. So it's on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. It's pretty good. But what was interesting that I didn't realize, Facebook started, he called it Face Mash, started in 2003. In 2005, he changed the name to Facebook, and that year it lost $1.3 million, something like it lost money that year. And it went on to make, as you know, $gazillion. And so it's interesting. I love that Ash is making sure everything's in perfect order. Take your time, do it right. The other thing is that Apple, everyone knows Apple, everyone buys all their products. Apple actually took 22 years to hit it big. You know, it started in 1976, and then he had the Macintosh computer, and then they struggled through the 80s and 90s. And it wasn't until the iMac, which was 22 years later. And then IBM was another example. Took him 6 years to make a deal with IBM, and then another 6 years, I think, to go to public. So patience. And with Mike and I just want to talk about the comparison when you own your own business. We spent over $500,000 on equipment. You work them, make your money. And then when they finally get paid off, guess what? You got to buy new equipment again. And the cost of insurance. So we are so lucky. It's like, it's nothing. You can't even fill your gas tank for $97. We are so fortunate. And I'm so glad that all around the world, in Papua New Guinea, they're finding a way to do it. They're finding a way to afford it. And and all around the world, even in Canada too, there's a lot of people maybe don't have the means, but they're finding a way to get together with friends and get a position. And one other thing I wanted to mention is that something that we did in our group that really helps us is we created business cards and we created a flyer. And what that does is that, well, it's worked for me and it's worked for Hector. And so Hector's on the road a lot and I'm out and about. And let's just say I go to town and I'm going through a drive-through, or I just meet you, you're next to me and we're just chatty. And then David says, oh, hi. I said, oh, hi, David. And oh, well, what do you do? Or oh, are you buying that thing or whatever? Just, yeah, you start conversation. And I'll just say, David, I want to give you something. It's a 10-minute video. It's an amazing company that's going to be a giant of the internet. It's going to compete with Facebook and Zoom. Do yourself and me a favor, watch the 10-minute video. And if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to share like I'm doing right now. And you can throw this away, but I strongly suggest you watch it. And then I leave it. And so all I'm doing is I'm just dripping. I'm basically giving people the chance to look at it. People that seem nice, they smile, they've come into contact with me in some way, shape, or form. And it's amazing the gratitude. Some people go, maybe, but a lot of people, they're in dead end jobs and they go, oh, thank you. And they tuck it in their pocket because they're at work. Maybe they can't look at it then. But it's really worked for us. And I can get it while someone else's talks. I can actually get it and screen share to show you what it looks like. So I'll mute myself and you go on to the next, David. Thank you. And I'll just cue it up.
Thank you, Suzanne. Yes.
My pleasure.
Let me just say something in Fijian, just to get our people in tune with us. Okay. You know, line long PNG. Planti all talk come up here. This is business you got yeah. Or especially suppose you first time you come up this meeting. You online invite you na you come. This meeting na you sila na you haram na you look ask him one kind business me plo start this and one kind business. Okay, business here I'm OnPassive. Name block company I'm OnPassive. Na business I'm on information technology company. All right. Mipla or some papa block company and me give him Mipla chance. And give him Mipla chance long. Join him this business law come up with some partner long na you can share him want him something where company make him suppose some company working profit. Okay. Mipla by sharing this profit na you can help him Mipla yet. Then you can help him on narpla line stop close to you or inside on place or family member or sila kind. Papa blows la company and name S Mufara. Stop lo US or some presentation and Suzanne working finish. Company headquarters stop long Orlando, Florida. Na he got office long India. He got office long India where all IT engineers the Yumi stop lab. Now they long working also product by Yumi looking finish so some 50 plus. Now time me apply go launch. And before you miss joining all narpla business, you may try and look all narpla kind of opportunity blow you long. Come up in money. You got one kind man, you know me, mitla got need. You may got need long, straight him sit down, you mean try and long help him community or you may look to Mosem. You say one something dream man you got lang you like try and long make him. That's all you say pan him one pla road walk you come up in dream man you. Now I'm this business me plak sim commercial of PNG. I'm some information technology company. Yeah, some by you selling all product or some drink, soft drink or whatever product. Blomipla all internet product. By no na plukim, that's all plenty all companies are using. Now I'm you stop inside of this meeting. Yeah, Mipla using one product long company or call him Zoom. Okay, Mipla using this kind of some video conferencing and Mipla close stop na Mipla talk. Long company Blimpla OnPassive and Mipla got one product, one kind of semen. So I'm also all internet product. You know, me no nap sa langam tasol. All man also working business law online also working this all by using this product. Work blow me to pla tasol I'm not join him. You know me by me to joining business tasol. Pay him this founder fee blow me to pla. Na me to pla connect na bossman and me give him me to pla opportunity lo share him one money company make him. Na and by sharing one thing you na me so that you can send him life to you. Me to plus find him all got a kind opportunity na me plus try to join him kind all business. That's all this law business I making me to plus work hard. No this law business. MIT business so and by you malolo tasol na company and by making all got a work for you. You know not lo selling one product. You know not logo na tok lo man or Mary na bring him all come inside, pull him customer come inside. No God. Company by marketing you na making you come up as a businessman na Mary. So this an opportunity me present him you now. Now you can look him na suppose you got no ask him. Suppose you got ask him now you ask him. No can same, no can correct. because some chance lo you ask him la question all man start lo screen where you looking. And all man where all working business long time. All got 10, 15 years experience. And was a Mati and me talk, Mati Digamo long time and talk. And Mani got more than 15 years experience lo online. Mike Ellis long time and me talk. M2 and me some 12 years more experience online. Tony Monk and me stop and talk. And all got sawe long working business online. You know me to plan a sawe. Now that's all internet business comes along Papua New Guinea. Na mituplo start lo catch him now. Na plenty of big company or start lo catch him now. In a long time by looking all man worry Mary say work long all private company. Computer by kissing place long all now all by go out no got work long all. Now all by go away. You na me and mitupla provide him this la opportunity long all now. So you come up with this la meeting and chance for you. You come to the right place, na right time. You joining one the right company and you start chalongan. So me like encouraging you. You know can for it. You got ask him. You ask him now. And plenty of people start here, but helping you. Thank you. Okay, William Delhomme, you can unmute and you can speak.
Yes, thank you, David. What I want to ask is Mike Ellis. I've been listening to a lot of videos on value with Marty and yourself. I would like to know is how much value we are giving, 100% or 120 or 200, or the sky is the limit. I would like to know how much is the value so much better.
I mean, that's a good question, William. And when you're talking about value and OnPassive and the founding members of OnPassive, really the sky is the limit. The way Ash Mufareh has structured OnPassive, you cannot lose, period. And there is nothing in the world that even approaches what Ash has done and is doing today. So, you know, to really convey the value of OnPassive to founding members, it's not that hard to do once they understand what OnPassive is doing. And when you look at the products, the superior products, proprietary, all that other stuff, the amount of customers that are going to be coming into OnPassive, and those customers that are going to land under each and every one of us, you know, you talked about $97 being nothing. For a lot of people, $97 is a lot of money, but for that $97, you actually will find a way to find financial independence. So I think the sky is the limit when we're talking about value with OnPassive. How you relay that to other founders, it really just depends on who you're talking to, William. But you can do it, and once they see the light, like Suzanne and the rest of the people that are here, they'll get very, very excited about where they're at, and believe me, they won't want to go anyplace else. I don't know if that helps, William, but yeah, the sky's the limit.
Also, just to add to that, David, the humanitarian value that we have through OBLES, for example, you can't put a price on that. Okay, that's extreme value right there. Just that particular product, you know.
You know, most of the people that we're talking to, Tony, right now are people that are in a financial bind. They're thinking about themselves. OBLES is a wonderful thing, and they'll come to learn that. But the most of the people that I talk to, they're interested in what OnPassive will do for them. And OnPassive, because of the way they're structured, will go to work for them. That is so rare that you will not find that in the world. And when people understand that OnPassive has a real passion for them, will go to work for them and help build that bottom line, then all the other stuff comes in. But most people in OnPassive today, they want to know how they're going to take care of themselves, their family, how they're going to meet their financial needs. And OnPassive will do that for all of them. Every founder that's in OnPassive over time will get to that place where they don't worry about finances. And then the other humanitarian things that OnPassive is doing will come in and they will participate. But initially they want to know, how am I going to be taken care of? Because they've been lied to so many times over the years and nothing has worked for them. And when they understand that OnPassive has a heart to serve and really wants to do something for them, now they see real value and they will come in, they'll come into OnPassive and they'll get excited about it, what it's going to do for their life. And from there, they will share it. So yeah, there's tremendous value in what OnPassive is going to do for them. And that's what I focus on.
Thank you for that, Mike. I'll just translate into Pidgin. William actually asked a very good question about the value. I'll just relate that into Pidgin to our people here. Yumi or Papua New Guinea, Yumi aram William Dilome maskim man emi got more than close to 80 years Christmas emi stop. Join him this la business because emi sa osem this la business enough long help him ma. Na plenty man Yumi by nonat pa Yumi come lo this la kind age by Yumi hard lo walk. Na this la business emi one pla automatic business computer business money work, machine work. So you by malolo na this la business by enough long help him na give him you this la support long money where you can look out him you yet. All right. William am asking one question and it was one kind value by this la company by giving back long how much you put him going to you may spend him 390 kina or 400 kina yeah. Value blocks la business where and by giving back you try and scale him lo you yet. You not long come up in one business lo 400 kina. You scale him 400 kina. I mean not long come up in one business lo you. Now I'm OnPassive and come. I'm giving you me this la price 400 kina. Me to put him one chat. That's all. Come back long em lo you or lo me. Come back long em. You look him. Suzanne, I present him 50 plus product, but you may got some 20 or 24 plus product. I show him you me. 1 plus or 2 plus that's all this la product. And me give him you value blank and more. Abrusim mak lo this la 400 kina you may spend him here. And go anta boy. Yes, you know me to plus struggle. Mitla by find him hard lo find him la 400 kina. Some time me take me 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Some all mama blow me only take him some 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Only salim something long table or some buai smoke loli now only come up in this la 380 kina. So only struggle upon him some money because only look him want him something and stop inside of la business. This la business and by give him more and by enough him dream and long and by send him life long. Or some now only try hard to find him this la money now kiss him come now put him now only join him this la business. Now come up with some founder. All right now. Company and talk, okay, time you join him, you know not making one plus work, you stop the solo. So you can scale him this la value blank now say Mike and talk and sky antap lo abrusim sky and limit blank you not lo reach him sky one him can value by come back and you mean lo this la investment lo you lost la 400 kina and by give you more. Or some na me like encourage him you na me mitla say pani money mitla says you need online long party or spark or you say tromo 400 500 kina 1,000 kina lo 1 plus night lo 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus cattle. And money waste there. You drink you piece na go finish. That's all this la 400 kina you put him inside OnPassive. And you can relax na tomorrow life blue by change na beginning blue by life long by change. Na this la business and by surkim go yet lo tumona blue. So me like encourage him in your gata. Thank you long you come now you start with this webinar me look online way only participate you got 2 plus 3 plus only sit down long and only tune in lo boombox now look me encourage you plus no can lose thinking no can lose in this business opportunity blue and chance blue lo kiss him now me plan no like long force him you know that and me plan present him business lo you look him you scale him you like him you come inside. Thank you Mike, thank you for that. It's very well explained. Thank you, Kevin. Go ahead.
Well, thank you, David. I really appreciate what you're doing over there in Papua New Guinea. You're a rock star, buddy. And it's been a pleasure to watch you over these months and watch you lead. You are a true leader, and I've been needing to recognize you for that for some time now, and I keep forgetting to do it. So also wanted to thank Suzanne for a wonderful presentation, and you're right, David, it was one of the best I've seen yet, and I think they just keep getting better. I'm a very proud founder of OnPassive. I've been around for a little while now and seen a lot of this process. I feel blessed beyond measure. Can't believe where I am today. I can't believe what I get to do today. And but I do believe in what we're doing. And I know it's just a matter of time. It's exciting. I'm off the hook excited about all this. I don't want to take a lot of time. I just wanted to thank you all for what you're doing and how refreshing it is to be in a business where we can collaborate versus compete. I mean, how wonderful is that? The old way, I had to go out and I had to find somebody who could duplicate what I was doing, or in my case, what I wasn't doing. And that sounds pretty easy, you know, but it's not. Life happens, you know, and those two don't tell two people, and those two don't tell two people, and it breaks. Somewhere along the line, it breaks and it doesn't work. And thank God, Ash figured that out and automated the whole process. Okay, that's huge. That is huge. Now I need to go out and find somebody who can follow some simple directions. Okay, and if they have some vision, that's even better. But this works for everybody. You know, it's right in the name, passive. That's why it will succeed, because Ash thought of everyone. He didn't leave anyone out. And I don't know anyone who doesn't want a better life. I don't care how good they're living. You know, the guy with a 14-foot boat wants a 16-foot boat. That's just the way it works. Okay. And we're going to be able to do some things that most of us, I think, could only dream about before. I am couldn't be more honored about what I get to do. I'm extremely blessed. I'm glad I realized that, you know. And you know, I think, you know, when I'm out talking to people and they you know, they say that word or they give me the sign, you know, I just got to remember, you know, what we have, you know, what we're telling these people. They've heard a lot. They've been promised the world. They've been burnt, and they've been stung, they've lost money, they've lost faith. So, you know, I guess what I'm saying is ease up on them a little bit. I give them enough information. The one thing I want to make sure they know is that they need to look further, and they need to not dismiss this for something they think it might be. And but yeah, I'm having a blast. I'm learning a lot. I've seen a lot of growth, and it's a lot of fun. I'm sure glad I didn't miss it, because I would have been really disappointed. Love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Hector?
Hi, hi, how are you? I just, I forgot a couple people. I know this is maybe not the right place, but I'm doing it anyway. I have to comment too, and I want to talk to Mike Ellis and let him know, never ever stop making those videos, because Mike, I watched one that you, and it was not more than a week ago, maybe, I don't even know if it was that long, but I'm on the road a lot. So I got my daughter, I wasn't really a big Facebook dude. So my daughter showed me, she says, I said, well, how do I do this so that like I can get the thing to ding so that it'll tell me when they're on passive videos are on there. So she did it for me. And now I'll be driving down the road and my phone will be going ding, ding, ding. Marty DeGarmo all the time, Mike Ellis, Jeff Morlock, like anybody. So when I'm driving, I got my headset on and I got the phone up here and I got a tablet right beside it. So I got like 2 webinars going on and I'm just listening because my brain works pretty good that way. And Mike Ellis, that one you did explained what OnPassive is going to do for you once we launch. And then the second one I want to tell everybody you got to see is you got to watch the one. Just let me think. Charles Osong explained from an IT perspective, because I never knew who Charles Osong was. I met all of you nice people on webinars, but I don't know anybody like unless I get to know them and listen to them. Charles Osong did that one about from a 30-year IT perspective with history. Now you go, if you want to know about that, that's the IT side. If you want to know about the online side, listen to Marty DeGarmo. Listen to people who, Michael Williams, listen to people who have spent 15 years busting their butt and they know what the game is. This is not a game. OnPassive is the real deal. We need to understand that, and you need to appreciate it, and you need to, everybody just needs to wake up. I'm not saying everybody's asleep, because nobody on this one's asleep, because we're all up. It's like midnight here and I'm still up. But you know, I appreciate these things, and that's probably one of the reasons why the light bulb came on about February 15th, 2 weeks after, because I spent 2 weeks doing nothing but watching videos and going to webinars. And once I got that, I could understand, like Marty says, you got to understand the history. You got to know like where OnPassive came from, what it is. Once you know that and you see, you won't sleep. Trust me. You can take it from a guy who doesn't sleep much. I don't sleep hardly at all. 4 hours maybe, if I'm lucky. And then I go until I burn out and then I sleep for 12. But it doesn't matter. That's just, I can't stop. So thank you very much. I'm going to just be quiet now because I could talk forever about OnPassive, but I won't. This is your webinar. This is your people. And you guys inspired me because I watched that one with you guys. There was and I don't know if it was, somebody mentioned it, and it was about in Papua New Guinea, there was people that drove 3 hours, 4 hours, took their bicycle, walked, did whatever. They went to the park and somebody had a boombox and a cell phone and they were Bluetoothing it over the boombox. And I use that story and I tell people, you know how important this is? Because those people over there, they walked for 4 or 5 hours just to go to a park to listen to it. So you should pay attention and don't be ignorant. Not to be, you know, I don't want to be mean, but they shouldn't be. So anyway, good night, and I'll just be quiet now.
Yeah, Hector, you know, they walk 3 days. They can walk 3 days just to trek into the bush, from the bush and then out to the river and then get onto a public transport and travel the next 8 hours into the nearest town where they can get themselves registered. That's the kind of determination that people, or the hunger you can say here.
That's incredible what it's going to do to your country. That's going to change the country, totally change the country.
Definitely,
it's exciting.
Definitely. Yes, it is. I have Kathy, and then I have Bruce and Tony. Oh, Jonah Kitika is back. So Kathy, go ahead. Bruce, Tony, and then Jonah can talk from there.
Okay. Thank you very much, David. First off, Suzanne, that was an amazing presentation. But I wanted to say to Mike, I'm glad that you're here tonight because most of the people that I have recruited, I've recruited by using your videos. And what you said tonight about, you know, what this program can immediately do to help people who are in need is exactly right. I mean, yes, Bless is wonderful, but there, you know, I live in Florida, and right now there are so many people on unemployment, and their unemployment is running out. And they are so grateful to understand what this program can do, and it won't take too long to begin to at least make some money. That it is a blessing. And that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Bruce?
Thank you, David. Thank you a lot. David, you're the top when it comes to being a host. And I want to thank you. Having the experience of being in Papua New Guinea celebration was off the hook. And it was amazing. And you guys, you all have such vitality and exuberance, not only in the way that you celebrate them, but the way that you grabbed onto OnPassive and taken it to another dimension. And Suzanne, I want to say to you, you're very eloquent. I felt like I was in with a teacher, but that I liked the teacher, and she had a lot of neat things to say. And I had a question for you: if that presentation you had is available in PowerPoint for us to look at and use.
A better presentation that's available 24/7 that I suggest you use optopteam.com. And the reason is that it's even better than the one I showed you. It's the most current slides that we use, and it's always up to date. I recorded it last week, so I would use OP Top Team because it gives the overview. It gives Michael Williams. It gives the Catmo video from Ash, and it has PDFs. Like, that page is for our team, but anyone can use it. So I would direct people to OP Top Team and then give them your link as well, because there's no link on the page. It says get started, but if you're not set up, it just won't go anywhere. So you're safe. Anyone can use it. It won't go to my link. It won't go to Sharon's link. It won't go to Hector's. So if you just go to OP Top Team, anyone, anywhere in OnPassive can use it. And we always try to make it fresh and make sure that it's pertinent information. So that's your best, because things are changing so fast that, yeah. And Sharon, she's the queen, right? She puts together, I look good, but she does all the background stuff. So she said, you can use the brown slides, but we're keeping the white slides on the OP Top Team. So if you want to use the OP Top Team, fly at it. That's the best spot. Yeah. So there you go. No problem. Yeah, it is the most current. It's what we all use. It's what Hector uses, what I use. So if you like it, share away.
Thank you so much, Suzanne.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful to share.
And I meant to say, wait a minute. I meant to say, Suzanne, you look marvelous tonight. But I had an interesting thing today. Of a woman that I know, she wanted to tout me on a different program, and I said, and it was a month ago, and I was talking to her today and say, how's that going for you? And she said, I'll never do this again. So it confirms to me once again how hard it is to really make it in MLM for most people. And most people really get disgruntled and fail. But the best thing about OnPassive is that we know we're going to failure is not even a word in our vocabulary. It's just about being successful, guaranteed. And that's a wonderful thing. I loved listening to Ash when he spoke, because what I got from him was a man with compassion, with conviction, with firmness, and really telling to us to stay focused and remember that not to get confused with so many things, and stay focused and know that everything will be all right. As long as we keep the faith, that's all we have to do, have faith all the time. And just when you talk to people, I find that you don't have to say, you don't have to convince anybody of anything. Just let them know about something that you have that you really are happy with. And if they want to tell you about something else, just keep saying, I'm really happy where I am. Thank you very much. Yeah. And the more you say that to people, the more they're going to wonder, why is it that you're so convicted? Why is it that you're so committed to that you don't want to move in or even think of anything else? Because most people think they can move you from where you stand, but if you stand your ground with people, they finally come around to saying, what is it you have? So, I think that we were all blessed. I think like Kevin, the more I stay around, the more I learn. I got to learn more from Hector, who I've never met. I've got to learn more from Suzanne. I've got to learn more from, I always learn a lot from Mike. And, Mike is one of the calmest people in here that has so much value for all of us. So if you're not using them, start to listen, start to watch his videos and take it to heart what he says, because he's got a lot of nuggets for everybody. So anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. And I look, I may even go on your site tonight, Suzanne, because now
Please do. Yeah.
Now I'm all pumped up. I can't sleep, and it's 1 a.m. in the morning here now. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Suzanne.
Thank you, Bruce. No worries. Glad you're here.
God bless you all.
Thank you, Bruce. Bruce, you said about the independence celebration. We are already planning the celebration for all the founders in Papua New Guinea for the official global launch. So we are getting into that, and that will be a bigger one. We'll have, this is like.
Make sure I get the memo, David.
This is like 800 and more than 800 tribes. So they'll come in their traditional colors, and we'll be shifting between the different towns. So anyway, that's part of the planning that's going on now. So we want to get connected with the whole, when the company launches, we want to do that also.
That's going to be the Papua New Guinea Woodstock.
Okay, I'll get, all right, Jonah, you might get kicked out again. So before you get kicked out, please unmute and speak first. Jonah Kitika.
Thank you, David. Thank you, our panelists. And I have a question here on behalf of one of the founders. She's got a question here. I asked her to ask herself, but she's a bit nervous and wants me to ask. So the question is like this. She's asking, what will happen to the founders' accounts, those ones who do not have it's a bit funny to mention it, but it's the reality. Those who don't have a telephone to get into the back office to see what's, any telephone or maybe a laptop to get into the back office to log in to see what's happening. And when it launches, what will happen to their accounts? Would the person who is above them, who's got a team underneath them, those people who don't have a telephone to log in for their own accounts, can that other person, the person above, can help to log in for them? And at the same time, they don't have bank accounts. So can the person who is in the leader, can that person help to connect all the accounts to the leader's account and then be able to help them? And in the meantime, whilst they are looking for telephone and some things to communicate with and have their accounts, one of the leaders from the provinces, she flew down over the weekend for the Independence Day, and she's here with me, and she's asking this question, so I'm just
Okay.
forwarding it to
Joanna,
the panelists. Yes,
Joanna, we can sort that out. No problem. That,
yes, okay.
that problem can be sorted out in-house here in the
Yes.
country. That's why we are establishing an office already. For your
Yes.
information, PNG, we have an OnPassive office for PNG already. All the founders have contributed together and we are renting an office space. And we
Yes,
are
thank you.
putting in a few computers to be able to take care of those needs. We understand that most of our people are rural based. They don't have access to internet, and we are addressing that situation. So no problem. That is taken care of. We will, for those who do not have any gadgets to connect to internet, we are providing that from the office level. So not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
We'll
She's
sort it
listening
out.
in. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Tony, go ahead, and then Key, Wendell, and we have anyway, he must have dropped out.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Fred,
go ahead, Tony.
I got it. Bro, David, I'd like to chat to you
Yeah,
later.
Fred. Okay, go ahead, Fred.
Later
Tony,
after everybody else.
after Tony. Okay, Tony, go ahead.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Runa.
Hello, Tony. Good to see you,
I
brother.
remember being here right from the beginning. When you guys had zero, what now, almost 7,000, David? So I've seen you grow right from zero to where you're at now, you know, and and I see more growth happening. It's going to be fantastic to see where you're going to take this to. I mean, you're going to take it to the moon with OnPassive. It's going to be fantastic. There's one statement that I hear quite often, and people say this on a consistent basis, and I just wanted to correct it. But here, as founding members, we're beyond that. And the statement goes like this: sky is the limit. Sky is not the limit. Your beliefs are the limit. Okay, if you have limited beliefs, that's the limit. But if you have an open mind to see the vision, to see the completion of something that you have a vision for, then sky is the limit at that point. But the majority of a lot of people, you know, they say sky is the limit, but their beliefs are really the limit. You know, because you can't reach the sky if you're limited to only a certain amount of limited beliefs, right? So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there, and I just wanted to appreciate the fact that I'm here with my Papua New Guinea family. I work now. I decided to go back to work, so I'm doing like almost 80 hours a week, so I'm tired, and half the time I'm not even thinking straight. So but I take the Saturday nights off to be here with my family, my Papua New Guinea family, and just let me know in any way I can help you. Reach out to me, and I will be there for you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, Key, Wendell, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you, David. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Morning, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late. I literally just woke up.
Hey, you're never late. You show up at the right time.
I really enjoyed the festivities of Papua New Guinea the other night, and seeing all the colorful dress. It reminded me of Carnival in the Caribbean, and it was wonderful to watch. And I'm so looking forward to one day coming to Papua New Guinea and visiting with you, David, and family, and just knowing that this family here, everybody that has come to love Papua New Guinea, what we can do with your lead in helping you. I mean, I see the need for hospitals and all sorts of things, and I know that there's people here, you know, in different areas and different expertises in different fields. It will be honored to come to Papua New Guinea, but and that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to help David and the people of Papua New Guinea and get to know your country and meet such a special group of people. I listened to Ash's speech Thursday, or the webinar, and actually I had to drive to work for some of it, but I relate it to if you've ever received hard news, family member or whatever, you've ever been in part of that, if you've ever been on the receiving end of that, or if you've ever been involved in that discussion. Sometimes it's news that's hard. It's hard to give because you know that those receiving it don't want to hear it, but the person that has to give that news from their ethical standpoint and who they are, they have to be the one to deliver it. And I feel like Ash was in that circumstance, and he was honest with us. He told us what he needed to say about the situation with our O Founders platform. But the good news that I took out of that, the best news I took out of that, is Ash is now on it, and Ash's hands are on it. And we all have come to trust Ash and know Ash and love Ash with what we have learned and become to known as his family OnPassive. And what a better place that we could be in to know that Ash's hands are on it. You could tell he was hurt. You could tell that he is sincere and he's committed to bringing that to all of us. So whatever time frame it takes, Ash, in my opinion, he has it. I honestly, I've heard Mike say if it's whatever time it does, I don't care, because Mike believes in OnPassive, as everybody that's here, I believe as well. So we're in good hands. We're in a great place. I've become friends with lots of you, and I look forward to coming to your area, your country, and visiting with you as we share OnPassive with the world. So good morning, everybody. Good to see you, and proud to be here.
Thank you, Kay. We look forward to you and every one of our international friends when the time is right and they're traveling. I already told my founders, hey, start building guest houses and extra rooms in your houses, because we're going to have a big family visiting us. So yeah, it's no joke. We're serious about it. So we're ready to accommodate. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you. Who's next? Fred. Yes, Fred, you wanted to say something. And then Narelle.
Brother David, thank you. Firstly, to Suzanne, wonderful presentation. You made it so simple, very succinct, and I will certainly use it when I share with my people around here. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. As usual, thank you to all our global brothers and sisters. Mati, our godfather, who never forsakes nor leaves us. We love you, brother Mati, and Mike for being always here for us, and Tony for your never-ending encouragement each and every day. We just love reading what you say. I think we've just finished our celebrating our 46th independence anniversary, and I shared with a lot of my friends. I said I have mixed emotions about sharing this independence celebration. You know, what are we really celebrating in our beautiful country? When everywhere we look, there is struggling. You know, there is struggle, there is total lack, and above all, you know, the incessant corruption that is so endemic in our country. Is this what we are celebrating? But I reluctantly decided to get into the spirit of celebration, just to celebrate that we at least were made free 46 years ago. But you know, there have been a lot of questions that have been floating around. Are we really that free? And I've been sharing with my friends that, you know, you guys can celebrate now. I will celebrate independence for Papua New Guinea, 12 probably by the next, on our 46th anniversary. I believe that Papua New Guinea, PNG, our people especially, maybe not the country, but our people will have some measure of freedom, both in finance and time freedom, to really celebrate. So I look forward to celebrating the 47th independence fairly soon. And I was just reading our last elder that is still standing from the colonial era, who saw the raising of our flag, our governor from New Ireland province, Julius Chan, made a few comments in his statement during independence. And I think the thing that really struck me was, he clearly and articulately elaborated on the richness of our country in terms of resources, the richness of our country in terms of the number of people we have, and the landmass we have in comparison to big countries like England, Japan, and Germany. Clearly outlining that we are truly blessed, but have we really grasped that blessing to really benefit our people? And two little words that he said that really resonated and stuck with me since last night was, are we free when we go to the nearest health center or to a hospital where we have to walk for hours or walk for miles and find that there is no doctor there? There is no medical person there to attend to us. Or even if there is a medical person to attend to us, we are lucky if there is going to be any medicine on the shelf. So that really, jolted me around a bit and gave me more encouragement, more strength to be able to believe in what I see in OnPassive as being the change that our people, the small people can look forward to. I think it's like we keep on saying, the term, the beacon of hope. And I really believe that OnPassive will be that beacon of hope. Having said that, can I at this stage address our Papua New Guinean founders who are struggling to be able to share, and those people who are listening with us right now, our visitors, our guests, who have come to join us on our webinar today. I think one thing that Ash mentioned in his webinar on Thursday, I had a bit of difficulty trying to listen to it because I kept on, it kept on dropping out, even with the replay. But the thing that struck me most was a lot of our people are, keep on, they don't want to share. They're reluctant because they don't know when OnPassive will launch. And they keep on saying when. And I'm pretty sure a lot of our international friends too are also doing the same thing. But the thing that really touched me with Ash's presentation was when he said that, when he talked about there is no timeline for OnPassive. There may be a timeline for the process of certain aspects of the business, but there is no timeline for OnPassive, and there is no budget for OnPassive. To me, and probably Marty and Mike and others can correct me and enlighten me a little bit. But as a layman with a simple mind, that I reason with this statement was that here is a guy who will not accept the norm of what has happened and what is happening right now in the IT and online marketing space. When people talk about having a timeline in business and a budget to work with, they are limited to their experience, to their knowledge of where they've been and what is happening right now. They probably cannot see outside of the box to see where it will go. And I see Ash's comment as he's saying that he's literally jumped right out of the box. He says, we will do this for however long it takes, and we keep on making it better and better. To me, that speaks of somebody with such a massive vision there is no end in sight as to what he wants to achieve for humanity. And that really paints in me an awesome character, an awesome person with integrity that wants nothing but the best of the best. And maybe if I can add, of the other best. So to my Papua New Guineans who are listening, whatever we've been doing, I think there is always a limit. There is also always a limited time frame. When it gets to that end of the time frame, then it either functions or it doesn't function, or it lives for a little time and it dies a natural death. But I think what we see in here in OnPassive is there is no top. And like Brother Tony rightfully says, sky is not the limit for OnPassive. We will only be limited by our beliefs in what we think and what we see, what we hear from other people. And if our Papua New Guineans can see where we are right now, the struggles that we are going through amid our unlimited and untold resources, that we can become one of the richest countries in the world, and yet we are not. I think OnPassive will open the door for us, and with a person like Asher's mindset, we can keep on going and dreaming bigger and bigger and bigger each and every time we reach a top in OnPassive. So, brother, I just want to encourage our people, let's not think about whether it will happen. Let's think about where we have been, where we are right now, and where we think we want to go. And we need to take a bold step, and jump out and find a direction. And what better direction than OnPassive right now, when we have people who are also sharing with us, and I have said this a lot of times in the past, people who've been there and done that, like Tony, Mike Williams, Ash, Marty, and Mike Ellis, and a lot of other people who've been very, very successful online, who've actually done it, and who got their hands burnt trying to be successful, and then eventually they have become successful. And we are new to this game. We have good people who are leading us, and I think we can't find that kind of resource anywhere in anything that we want to start up. Most times we have to struggle, and we're looking at people who actually have got no real proof of having been there and done that. So I just want to encourage all our Papua New Guineans who are listening, and I'm pretty sure they can understand the simple language, English that I'm using. For this, our independence celebration in 2022, the 47th independence anniversary celebrations. Let's celebrate that with the total freedom that we have all been crying for, that we all have been asking for, that we all have been searching for, that we all have been craving for. Let's make that a reality. Come in, pay that 390 kina. And a lot of the small mothers that I share, table mothers who only sell 1 or 2 items, they can understand that they make about 50 kina, which is probably, I don't know, probably $20 US a day. But if that is translated into the 390 kina we pay every day, the small mothers can see that. And they've been coming in droves to be able to register. Those elite that are still sitting and hanging and waiting and for a day that we launch, I think it speaks poorly about their ability, their intellect, when they can reason, when they can think a little bit better than those mothers who, most of them who've never been to a good school. So I just want to encourage everybody, this is an opportunity. Let's take up this mantle, let's take up this opportunity, and let's run with it. And let's surprise ourselves come 2022. 16th of September 2022, when we can celebrate with Ash on his birthday and our birthday with a bit more oomph and clarity and happiness that we all deserve. Brother David, I just wanted to share that, and I hope that we can, make the remaining days of our journey with OnPassive before we launch a lot more happier for everybody. Thank you indeed.
Thank you, Fred.
Hey, David,
Thank you.
I want to add something, okay, real quick.
Yes,
Fred,
go ahead, Martin.
if your mind is simple, I wish everybody had your brilliance, because you got exactly what Ash said. You got it 100%. If you're simple, then everybody else is mentally ill, okay? You got it 100%. If everybody caught it like you did, we wouldn't have people walking around, oh my God, when is the launch? You said it perfect, Fred. That's exactly what Ash was trying to relate. There's no limit. The limit, he doesn't put a budget because in his mind, while we're running, he wants to make it better and better and better and better and bigger. And if you have that mentality, the sky truly is the limit. But you got to be able to think that way. And you explained it perfect, Fred. Don't ever say you're a simple man, because you're far from simple. That was brilliant. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Marty. Norel, go ahead.
Hi, David. Thank you for allowing me to speak. It's really hard to follow somebody as amazing as Fred. Honestly, Fred, I felt every word that you said. And as Marty just said to you, you're not a simple man. You're a man that got the vision, like all of us and like many of us. But what I want to say about Papua New Guinea is this. You guys are so loving, caring, supportive of each other, but of everyone that you meet. And that's what I see day in, day out with each and every one of you. Yes, I have contact more with the ladies of Papua New Guinea, but honestly, their hearts are their hearts are so amazingly strong with what you all have to go through, what you have been through. When Fred spoke about Independence Day, I too, Fred, looked at that and thought, are you really free when so many suffer? So many have to walk, so many don't have the hospital, so many don't have those necessary things that they need each day, and I just want to applaud each and every one of you, because when we come on here, what we see is pure heart, the sharing, the language, the presentation today from Suzanne, remarkable. But you guys, you really have it. You really have that love in your heart that all of us could take away today, a little bit of that, and still not be as strong in love and caring and compassion as what you guys are. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, it's a little bit teary, because when you feel it with your heart, you just feel OnPassive. OnPassive is going to be the change in everyone's life, in your lives. And you will one day celebrate, like you said, next year, you can celebrate freedom with real compassion, with real heart, with real happiness, and go, we are totally free. So thank you, David, for allowing me to speak. Thank you for Leadership Council for being here today. It really is a blessing and an honor to be here each and every week. So thank you.
Thank you, Narelle. Oi, oi, oi. We love you, our sister from down under. Okay, we'll have Robin and she'll close it out. Thank you, Robin. Please come on and speak your mind and heart.
David, you're very special. I know it's late. It's been an amazing evening again. PNG, you are such a heart of people. You are coming together. You are teaching the world. You are showing all of us. When we talk about unlimited, think of the leaves and the trees and the highlands. Think of the drops of water in the oceans that surround the island. That is unlimited. And that is what we are going to be doing together as we create around the world. My heart is with you. You know that. I look forward to being with you next week, and might even talk a bit longer next time. but tonight we keep it short. Stay safe. All the mamas, the papas, be good. Look after the babies, and we see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, David. I want to say something to Robin. Hi, Robin. I sent you an email this week, so you go in your email and see what I put it on the email. Thank you, Robin.
From my heart, thank you, Runa. I will be sending messages to you soon. I'm working with something. Big hugs to all of you. Lots of love. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, once again. And I really and truly appreciate all of you, my international family, founder family. And thank you once again, Suzanne. I really appreciate your time and what you've put into the material that you've shared with us. We appreciate you very much for that, and the information is valuable. Thank you, Ogata Wantok. Thank you, Ogata Brada Nasusa. You stop around La Papua New Guinea. When up, you joining me Plalongem and meeting him Kamosem finish Blongem. Now, suppose you got one sample more ask him, you can ask him, Usai temi kisim you come to this meeting, or say temi invite him you to come to this meeting. You can ask him all. Now, suppose you know that, you can sing out to me, name me David BAKAU, and you can look him all, say invite him you, or can give him your number of Lamina. You can contact him, and people can help him you. So thank you once again, everyone. Thank you. We love you so much. You can all unmute yourself, and we can all say bye-bye. And look in you again on Naratla time on next week, Sunday.
Bye.
Bye,
everyone.
Thank
you, David.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for coming on.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Take
Suzanne.
care
Bye-bye,
from
Kathy.
Canada. Bye.
Lynn, bye-bye.
Love you.